Hey, Warren Eckstein here from the Pet Show. A really serious and important subject today. Arthritis and your cats. A lot of the stuff I'm going to talk about will also apply to your dogs, but we're going to talk about cats primarily. You know, arthritis is a painful, uncomfortable disease. I know. I suffer with rheumatoid arthritis myself, so I sympathize with dogs and cats out there that have it. So how can you make your home easier for your dog or your cat, primarily cats today, but a lot of it works for your dogs to navigate the environment if your dog or cat has mobility issues. First of all, and I made a list because I don't want to miss anything. I did a lot of work on this, so hear me out. Number one, if you have a cat or a dog with arthritis, lay out rugs, carpet tiles, carpet runners where your cat can walk most to prevent them from slipping on hard floor or tile surfaces. So if you have like wood floors or tile floors or linoleum floors, they still make linoleum? I guess they do. If you have those type of floors, some non-skid area rugs can make all the difference. Well, I have seen dogs and cats that could hardly walk really come around once their guardians put down the proper rugs. Also, if your cat is allowed on furniture, and this kind of ties in with the psychology as well. You know, arthritis does affect you. It affects me. I can't exercise all the ways I used to or all the things I used to do. And sometimes it can be depressing. And the last thing we want to do is depress our cats. So listen up. This goes for your dogs as well. If your dog or cat is allowed on furniture, and of course my listeners all have their pets on furniture, you may want to provide a ramp or pet stairs. All of a sudden, if the dog or cat is in pain and they can't get up on the furniture, and it starts depressing them, it really does. So making sure they give them a way to get up there, whether it be a little footstool to jump up on, a ramp or stairs, can make a lot of difference psychologically for them. And you know, it broke my heart the other day. Actually, someone called me and told me that a cat used to love looking out the window in their backyard, watching all the birds. They have all kinds of bird feeders out there, and a cat would just love it. It would kind of mellow them out and relax them. And the cat could no longer get to that perch where he'd want to sit on the window. So what I suggested they do is make a way or either get a cat post or something that's high enough where the cat can climb a little bit at a time to get up to that perch where he can see that outside again. And I think that's going to make a big difference psychologically. Imagine not being able to do something you did your whole life because you're in pain. So really take that into consideration. So if your cat likes looking out the window and he can't look out the window anymore, make it a perch for him. Make it easy for him to get up there and see outside. Also, one of the best things to do is add additional litter boxes. You know, a lot of us are lucky enough, we may live in a two-story house and it's important to understand that with arthritis, you never know when the pain's going to come on. It's there all the time. So going up and down the steps might be real painful for your pet. So I would make sure that you have a litter box downstairs, a litter box upstairs, and maybe even a third litter box if there's someplace else the cat likes to go. And also create a litter box that works. A lot of people don't take into consideration as their cats get older and if they do suffer with arthritis, getting into the litter boxes, no pun intended, is a pain in the butt. So what you can do is you can make all different kinds of things. You can get litter boxes. You can cut the side down, and if you do, just make sure you put some tape there so it's not sharp for the cat. Um, it just breaks my heart when you see a cat that wants to use the litter box and they can't use the litter box. So make sure you have plenty of litter boxes and make sure it's litter boxes that your cat can use. Cut them down on the side if you have to. Sometimes I recommend even a larger litter box. You know, Rubbermaid and those places make those little tubs. You can cut down the side on those and it gives the cat plenty of room in there so they're not getting confused or kicking out over the side. So that could be helpful as well. Also, what you want to do is under the litter box, you want to put a non-skid mat so the litter box doesn't slide when they try to get in and out. So a non-skid mat under the litter box will make a big difference for your cat as well. All these little things, not only physically but psychologically, can make a big difference. And be sure to make sure they have access to their food and water dish. A lot of cats that have arthritis, you know, in the middle of the night, they might get thirsty, but painful to go downstairs. So if your cat sleeps in bed with you, what I want you to do is make sure they have water and a little food upstairs also. The other thing that's important is, listen, I don't think I could fall asleep without a pet next to me. It's just me. I'm sure it's plenty of you guys out there as well. If you have the type of cat that sleeps in bed with you, and who doesn't? Or even a dog that sleeps in bed with you. But again, like I said with the furniture, they have a lot of difficulty getting up and down, off the bed, up and down. In fact, maybe the cat's in bed with you and has to use a litter box at night but can't get down. Again, stairs, some type of hassock that they can get up and down on, or some type of ramp that they can get up and down on. Even a cardboard box that's pretty strong would make it a lot easier for them as well. And if your dog does have arthritis, of course you want to work with your veterinarian to take care of any pain. But there's other things you can do. You know, there's acupuncture. There's all types of therapy now. There's massage therapy. There's acupressure. There's hydrotherapy. Um, what I recommend though is also as we get older. Listen, as I get older, and I told you I had rheumatoid arthritis, sleeping in my regular bed was really uncomfortable. So I made adjustments and we got a new type of mattress, which is a lot more comfortable for me to sleep on. And now, luckily, we live here in this century. You can go out and you can find orthopedic beds for your cat or other types of comfortable beds, heated beds for your dog or cat. That can make all the difference in the world. So I want to leave you with this. The first thing you need to do, if you decide or think that your dog or cat has some type of arthritis, is speak to your veterinarian. There's amazing things that they can do right now with medications to help alleviate some of the pain. So in conjunction with the veterinarian and myself, the behaviors, you put all these pieces together, your cat with the arthritis that they may have, or your dog with the arthritis that they may have, can live a relatively normal life if you follow the steps that I gave you. And remember, one of the most devastating parts of arthritis is depression, because you can't do the same things. You feel, why can't I? And your dogs and cats feel the same. Well, I used to be able to jump on there. I know maybe a little bit anthropomorphic, but listen to me. They do feel depression. Cats and dogs get depressed when they can't do the things they used to. So keep that in mind. Make your house, if you have a dog or cat with arthritis, make your house arthritis friendly. Mats, all the stuff I talked about, and your cat or your dog will have at least a happier, more comfortable life. And I think that's important to all of us. Hey, talk to you guys on the Pet Show.